Hey, welcome to the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast with me, Iona Meade at the Soul Legacy TV, Spiritual Business Success with Iona. And so today is Wednesday, which it is emotional freedom in my world. And we're going to talk about the emotional guidance scale. If you are familiar with Abraham Hicks, then you'll be familiar with feeling all of those emotions and balancing them out as a light worker, as a spiritual business owner, as a service-based business owner, doing your work in the world. It can bring up a range of emotions. Let me know if that is true for you. And thank you for joining me. My eyes feel a little bit blurry. It's a little bit late for me here in the UK, but I wanted to come live. I've just been chatting away and having a lot of fun, actually. So what have you been up to today and how do you feel? This is how we start off the podcast. It's a very practical YouTube podcast. We journal together, we visualize together, we set intentions together, we set soul guided action steps together, we express gratitude, we talk about the books that we've read. I'll pull a card for you at the end from Cal Gray's Keepers of the Light. We do all the things that we need to do to raise our vibrational frequency every single day. And so today is no different. So do you know about the emotional scale from Abraham Hicks? There's 22 points of emotions on their vibrational scale, which basically means that wherever your feeling is and your thoughts are, then that's your vibrational set point, they say. So that's what vibration you're emitting out in the world. So that's kind of everything that's a match to that will come back. Right. And so that's kind of can be quite a scary, oh gosh, hang on. My eyes are a little bit blurry. That can be kind of a scary thing, right? You're like, oh my gosh, I'm thinking this way, I'm feeling this way, but things don't happen just immediately. You think about them and then there they are. Sometimes they do, but it's the life that you're attracting. So what I want to know is how you feel. And so your vibration matters. So the way that we rate our vibrational frequency on the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast is to rate between a 1 and an 11. And 1 is the rating of soul funk, and 11 is the rating of soul flow. And I talk about this on my vision board challenge. It's a spiritual business vision board challenge to bank 50K in 50 days. And so how we feel about our business, how we contribute, how we feel about our health. I talk about these 7 areas: our contribution, our health, our emotions, how we feel about our environment, how we feel about our relationships, how we feel about our spiritual connection, how we feel about our finances matters with what it is that we are manifesting and how we feel in general. So I'd love to know how you feel. And I'd love to encourage you to check in every day, like, what am I feeling like today? And if you're feeling like you're at the lower vibrations on the emotional scale, it's fine. There's kind of so many, probably 11, right? 11 on each, right? And so some of the emotions, which I know that you'll probably know, but just as a reminder, let me know where you're watching from. Let me know who's on with me. Just as a reminder, you might be feeling the emotions that spiral down, right? That are a low vibration, or feeling the emotions that have you spiral up. And by spiral up and spiral down, just meaning that a lower vibration and a higher vibration. And the more that we are aware of the emotional scale and where we sit on it, meaning that we're manifesting what it is that we want to experience in our life rather than things that we don't want to experience in our life. So when we do our vision board challenge and you feel a certain type of way, like all these things on your vision board, but you're like feeling these lower vibrational emotions, these things can't actually manifest and come into fruition. And I know that we know that. However, sometimes we forget, or sometimes it's just really, it's a challenge. And I get that. I get the contrasting feelings. But if we live there at the lower vibration and lower emotions on the vibrational scale, or we continue to have the patterns around our contribution or our health or our emotions or our environment or our relationships or our spirituality or our finances, if we continue with the lower vibrations and those thoughts, in essence, as light workers, as spiritual business owners, as service-based business owners, we're not actually doing the planet the good that we think that we're doing. We're not actually adding the transformation and birthing the light that we want to, even when we think that we're here to do the absolute most. You know, we're so talented, we're so gifted, and that's amazing. But on the other hand, we've got all these contrasting doubts, fears, etc., which we all do from time to time. But we've got to learn to manage to raise our vibrational frequency. And it doesn't mean that we have to battle the emotions that we don't want to feel. It just means, as Abraham Hicks says, reach for a better feeling for. It's not that hard when you let go of whatever that is, reach for a better feeling for, like, how do I feel? And Abraham Hicks talk about this really extensively, so you don't need me to educate you on it. But I love it. I love it. And I love, we use our journal through the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast, and we dissect our life in terms of every single Wednesday. If we look back from last Wednesday to this Wednesday, from last Emotional Freedom Wednesday to this, to today, or whenever you're watching or listening to this, how do you feel? Like, how is each area going in your life? How have you felt about your contribution to the world? And actual facts, I feel amazing. When you look back, what has been going on? What have you done to meet the universe in the middle to say the soul guided action that is on your vision board, the vision that's on your vision board? And I had my paperback book launch today. It wasn't really a proper launch as such, but like, I was sharing about it, and I had some sales and I had some reviews, so thank you. And then I just had a lot of love and a lot of support. And over this last week, I've had a lot of gratitude. Thank you guys, like, for me doing, you know, these YouTube podcasts and doing them live, and just different people coming on and just having so many amazing conversations and so many amazing connections. I'm just blown away, really, truly blown away. And, you know, you guys saying that you're inspired, and I'm just like, just really humbled. So my relationships, my contribution, my emotions, my health, or everything is just spiraling up and going through the roof. So when you look at the last week, how's it been for you? Like, honestly. And then how do you want it to be over the next 7 days? That's why I do this YouTube podcast and say the Seven Freedoms Frequency, because we're pulling in all areas of your life and just seeing how you feel. Like, that's it. Like, not take all of this action, but just how do you feel? And even if you were taking all the action and doing the most, if you feel like rubbish doing it, then it's not going to work. And that's not me saying it. It's just not going to work. So as a light worker, again, as a service-based business owner, and that success, what does success mean to you? For me, success means being consistent, right? Being happy and joyful and living in line with my values, but being consistent, being consistently me, being consistent in the soul guided actions that I want to take. Because when we drop off and we don't follow through, we don't then believe in ourselves, and that makes us feel like absolute rubbish. So consistency is part of success for me. And doing these lives, even though I'm late on the live, like I said, I was chatting and I was having a really great conversation. And I talk about, you know, how do you feel in terms of, so what you have on your vision board for these areas of your life, right? If you've done the vision board party with me in the Bank 50K in 50 days, you will have segmented your life and put a vision. And if you haven't, I challenge you to. So there's links around the show notes and the cards to create a spiritual business vision board and have that vision board party of your own over 7 days. So we talk about contribution freedom, health freedom, emotional freedom, environmental freedom, relationship freedom, spiritual freedom, and financial freedom. So when we stop and look at your life, how do you want to launch your day, lead your day, and leave your day is the next segment. Like, when you're visualizing that, like bringing that vision into your life. And so that is going to determine how you're feeling, right? If you're out of alignment and you're not, and your emotions are not matching how you would feel had that vision already manifest. This is the trick. If the vision is already manifested, you would feel a different kind of way. So if you are going based on your life now, you're not actually in the vibrational alignment to move up this scale to manifest it. Does that make sense? It's a adjuster. So when I get you to create your vision board, how would you feel on your vision board? Bring that feeling into now, regardless. Just find something to focus on that makes you feel those feelings, basically, in my humble opinion and understanding. So when I look at my vision board for my contribution, I have my book on there, and I had, you guys, the love and the support is just been unreal. And when you do your work in the world, right? And then you visualize it. And if you've never done the work in the world the way that you really want to, say for me, for the book, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm getting great reviews. People are saying that they love it. People are going through it. People are eagerly reading it. And you're visualizing that, like people coming back to you and saying that. And I didn't actually do that. People asked, so I will do it more. And so it helps you to get in that feeling. And if nobody's ever done that, like maybe a different scenario in your life where people have given you really great feedback. Do you know what I mean? So when you are visualizing, so for me, for the contribution, the vision board party is set for annually. And it just went so amazing. It was just lovely to be out of the gate again. Just feels, I didn't expect anybody to really be on it, to be fair. And then the post that I posted in the Women Helping Women Entrepreneurs group, it meant like people were on it. And then I wasn't expecting to do, the book launch, the paperback. I was just going to get my paperback. And then something said, hey, do it. And it's my brother's birthday today. My brother passed 19 years ago, my big brother. So emotions, when I put his on my vision board. And so all of a sudden I was like, I'm going to do it on his birthday. So when I'm looking at my vision board, I'm seeing my level of contribution. I'm seeing my health. I did go for a walk today, and I had a nap today, which was really, really lovely, because it was like I didn't just go all in and full out. I have had some really beautiful conversations and some really beautiful relationship building and just connection all day, actually, which has just been, and that's what I wanted to call in my soul tribe, like, so how I feel about my vision board and how I feel about the environment. Like, I'm just like literally just blown away by the things that have come in. Relationships, I'll talk about Relationship Freedom Friday in terms of manifesting and my soulmate and different things. And I'm being asked to go on a date, which was really nice. And the date's been brought forward so I can talk about it on Friday. I'll let you know. But I'm hopeful, and I know that I'm closer. Because on my vision board, I have me not only writing my book, this one, a spiritual YouTuber from scratch, a soul guided influencer's compass to leverage your light work and lifestyle on YouTube, which is what I'm doing right now. And then the journal that I'm journaling every single day, which is the Soul Legacy Journal, Spiritual Awakening Stories of 365, a co-created soul path to spiritual alchemy, light workers, all my titles are long. But I have the soulmates. So Waiting for the One, Soulmate, Sex and Marriage, the ultimate guide to soulmate attraction, sensual sex, and a magic marriage. That is going to be part of my contribution. So I've got it on my vision board. So it's not just the business stuff for me. It's life. It's me, life, sharing my life with my life partner, with my husband. So I've visualized it. I've tried this on, tried that on. And so I've put it on my vision board. Again, I haven't even finished doing my complete vision board. I will catch up with stuff tomorrow because I've done. But having those things on my vision board and then the synchronicities and things that have happened is like, now that is fast. Like, if this goes well, I think it will be a record, like literally like a record, like within 7 days. And I've manifested within 7 days before of writing a love list. So I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm just like, wow. do the vision board, visualize. And I'm just waiting for like the holidays and the travel and I'm so excited about all of it, like all of it. So if you have done your vision board, how are you manifesting? Post it in the spiritual business vision board and Bank 50K in 50 Days Challenge group. Post your vision boards in there. I don't see any more in there. What are you guys doing? I know it's the holidays, but come on. This is your year. 2023 is coming to an end. 2024, set the energy forth before everybody else does. Don't wait for everybody else. Do it, Yes, it's the holidays, but what have you been doing? Scrolling on the socials, right? Wasting time, worrying, doing all the things. Like, this is really important to me. Not only am I doing it, but I'm teaching it as well. And I'm recording the process. So, yeah, it's just what your priorities are and how much space you have in your life. And if you don't have lots of space, it's making space, right? And if you feel rushed and pushed and pulled by life, it means that you definitely need the vision board. And it means that you need to clear space and open. So I said tonight that, I'm doing these lives and they're getting later, right? And I'm like, okay, it's supposed to be 11:11 in the daytime. So I'm going to move them into the daytime over this next week and really sort out my schedule again. And I was speaking to someone, like I said, off the dating app, and it's like, you don't have to do that. I'm like, yeah, because when you want something in your life and you want something good, you have to make room for it. Because I'm saying one thing and then my actions, how I'm launching my day, leading my day, and leaving my day would be a contradiction to be already feeling like I'm in that relationship, if that makes sense. So I'm just like, oh, so again, we'll see. So how you launch your day, lead your day, and leave your day. I went for a walk. Like I say, I had a nap. Like, how are you launching your day? I launched the day and I was chatting, and I launched the day throughout the day. I was talking to everybody. Everybody's been so loving and so supportive. It's just, I feel amazing. I really do feel amazing. I'm just like, vision boards are just lit. They're just, I can only see through the lens of my soul. That humanness is not telling me all the things and shutting me off and shutting me down and telling me it's not possible and it's this and it's that and it's this and it's that. Like, that's a really painful existence. It really is. It's painful. It's excruciating. And I want more than that for you. So how would you launch your day, lead your day, and leave your day if you were living in alignment with your vision board? And I've just had conversations describing like the ideal day, the ideal weekend, the ideal. I'm like, yeah, that's my absolute jam. Yeah, go to that place. Yeah, I'm excited. It's like you go to the same place and you thought that you talked to me. I'm like, you didn't talk to me. I don't think so anyway. Um, hey, love, how you doing? You full named me. Girlie, you full named me. Why would you do that? It's like, I'm in trouble. How are you doing? Do you know what? It's lovely. Do you know what, actually? More of you guys are coming in from the UK, which is nice. And it's quite late here, isn't it? And I'm going to be putting my schedule back to the 11:11. It's when it's supposed to be. But yeah, how are you doing? How are you feeling? So it's Emotional Freedom Wednesday. Don't know how far you've got with your vision boards, but I was just saying, let me see them, let me add them. And so we had Contribution Freedom Monday. So by the end of the week, you'll see how you're vibing. So we had Contribution Freedom Monday, which is CFM equals. And we had Health Freedom Tuesday, HFT equals. And now we've got Emotional Freedom Wednesdays, EFW, right? And then by the end of the week, we'll see where we're vibing. So I'm at 11. And I love it. I love it. Like, I'm reflecting on my vision board. I didn't make that many changes, but it's just like when things are just in your face. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, wow. And they feel normal. They feel like, well, why is that blowing you away? But it actually feels like things are slapping me in the face. Like somebody's like, purchase the book and thank you so much for purchasing the first copy of the paperback book. Like I bought a copy and I bought a copy for my mum, but I literally only got the copy. I've got to edit it, to be fair, on Saturday, and it's Wednesday, and you bought it on Tuesday, and I didn't. You know what I mean? It's just, it's lovely, and I can't wait to take it on a book tour. Like this is the end of 2023 that I dreamt of, that was on my vision board. I mean, I dreamt of doing my own solo book for years, years, I don't even know how I don't know how I did it. To be fair, I literally don't know how I did it. So I just can't wait to read it. So somebody's read it already, right? The second person that I got on the call with, and she said something like, "You've done phenomenal, and I'm implementing, the stuff that we talked about, not to disclose anything." But she said, she was doing something, or she was executing on what we discussed, and then said, "But I'm reading it in between on my book, on my breaks." I was like, "Really?" Because the lady who forwarded it, Robin Knott, so thank you, Robin, is the person that I've worked with who supported me in creating it, because she was implementing as I was teaching. She was implementing as I was teaching, and she really helped me craft it. And she was reading it along the way. So during a chapter, I was like, "Robin, here you go." She didn't edit it or proofread it. She's like, "Yeah, it was just really nice to bounce that off and get it done." And excuse me. So she read it, and she read, like, she did the foreword for it, but like to have somebody else now that in the version that it's in is like, wow, it's really lovely. So I hope that you'll love it. I want to change the way that self-publishing is done, so that we invite the reader off the page, not shelf help, right? We take them off the page and invite them into our world. And that's what I do, and I believe that I do it well. And again, what the editor said, it was just really nice. I'm proud of myself. So how do you feel in general today? Have you done your vision board? Are you going to do your vision board? So what to vibe, the frequency that your vision is on. Like if you're not in alignment with your vision and you're not clear on your vision, you can't then be in alignment, and the universe doesn't know what to give you and bring you, right? And then visualizing and segment intending how you want to launch your day, lead your day, and leave your day in alignment with that vision. It's so easy not easy, but it's so straightforward. Do you know what I mean? We overcomplicate things. And then the next segment for the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast, and to have that spiritual business success and that life work balance, is to do the things. Like, what are the 1 to 3 things that you need to do in order for each of those areas, one of those areas, to feel better, for you to feel in alignment, either letting go, like emotionally sound, like, not stuck in that fear, not stuck in that anxiety. And I will say, like, having the conversations that I've had, what I'm noticing is that we're owning stuff that is not ours to own. And now I'm getting on the calls. It's like, does that resonate with you anymore? No, no. And I love that, because it shows us that even when we think a certain thing, it's not set in stone. So we can alter our vibration, because we can alter not only just our thoughts, excuse me, in general, but the thoughts about who we be. Do you get what I mean? Oh man, it's amazing. It's an amazing journey. Like instantly, we just go to a prosperity consciousness. Somebody said that to me in my inbox today. Like the world, there's a lot of people that are sitting in the poverty consciousness. I said, I know. And that was is my mission, to move us over into a prosperity consciousness as light workers, as spiritual business owners, as, spiritual entrepreneurs, because the world needs us in that light and in that prosperity consciousness. Carolini says, since the call with you, it has really ignited a spark in my soul and motivated me. My vibe is much higher. I love that. I love that. That for me is just everything. That's just everything. Um, that's just everything. It really is. Just one person at a time, right? That's our mission, just one person at a time. And if I support you and then you support the next person and the next person, 5 people, then I've indirectly supported 6 people just with one piece of work. And that was my vision for it, just the energy to just expand and expand and expand and expand. It's so beautiful. And when we show up and we speak out and we serve deep, I love that. It's beautiful. It really ignited that spark. It was there already, and sometimes the flame, dies out, dims a little, but it was yeah, it's there in our soul, and we cannot deny it. We can't deny it, and I love that. And that's the energy. We want to raise our vibration because we're thinking different thoughts. We're thinking about ourselves and our life in a different way. Yay, let's start a revolution. We've got the soul legacy movement. It's about us launching, leading, and leaving our soul legacy and doing it with ease, grace, and flow. Not the struggle, not the let's beat ourselves up, not the push and pull of this illusion of life. It's remembering that we're soul and that love. Yeah, absolutely. So, what are the things that you need to let go of or let in? And I say that in the book, letting go and letting in. There'll be something that is it that you let go. And I want to know what your it is. We let it go, we let it in. And we might do that more than once, but sometimes we're clinging on to something that just is really not serving us. And when we let it go, it's like, oh, life feels good. For emotional freedom, going up that scale is letting go, whether it's thought or feeling, whatever it is just beautiful. And usually it's a permanent thing, like you replaced it. It's a paradigm shift, right? It's a paradigm shift. I love it. So let's move into, let's do, I'm looking and I can't see where it is. There it is under there. Let's do the card for today. So it is from, I'm not good. I'm going to get better at this. I'm going to get better. Keepers of the Light. And the card that I pulled today is Lord Shiva. Excuse me. So I will read Lord Shiva and hear what it has to say. So transcendence. Listen to this. Rise up, honor the inner force. Steps are being given. Dance with the universe. Shiva is one of India's trinities of the male god figures. He is depicted wearing the cobra around his neck, representing the capacity to tame fear or ego. Yes. Surrounded by stars, showing the connection to the cosmos, and holding a trident, acknowledging 3 aspects of the divine masculine power in India: creator, preserver, destroyer. He is known as the destroyer because of the warrior like energy. I think I read this last week. An ability to destroy fear. Absolutely. Is a facet of the divine father energy and offers, I can't say that, I did read it because I can't say that. Paternal, I think it's just paternal or whatever it is, like maternal, paternal protection, support and guidance. He is also acknowledged as the cosmic dancer because he helps coordinate the interaction between Earth and the cosmos. He has the capacity to help us move beyond the fear of failure and into clarity and connection. Yes. Yay. Exactly. It's winter solstice tomorrow. Sonic's time to let go of the dark and feel blessed with the return of the light. Ooh, yeah, I know. Do you love the card? It's awesome, isn't it? And all of the energies and all of the what have you and all the astrology, and I get it. I get all of that. And I saw a post today. Excuse me. I don't know who it was from, and it basically said that no matter what's going on, if you have that connection and you have that divine plan, nothing can shake you. And that's how I feel. There's a lot of people that come to me and they do, and they get pushed and pulled, and the energy's off. And I know that we all feel it, and it's a real thing. But when you are just you know what I mean? Like, yeah. So, extended message. Lord Shiva is with you right now to awaken your sense of connection to life itself. You are moving through a deep transition, and things will become clearer from this point forward. It just says from this point, it doesn't say forward. You will know exactly what you need to do and where you need to be. This is a powerful time, as you will transcend the limitations that others have set for you. I know that you resonate with that. And it's time of innovation, ideas, stargazing, soul traveling, soul revealing. Shiva, the Lord of Dance, is here with the sacred sound of to lead the way. I know some of you guys jump on when you see a card because you're like, I want to know what that card says, or that card's my sign. And then you just hop off, like, stay for the whole thing. Funny joke. All right, so what have we got next? Let's do the Bank 50K 50 Day Challenge. Right, okay. So we know the drill. If you are new to me, I journal. This is my video journal. Just saying, half an hour into my journal, just is, look, see, the numbers drop. Like, dude, it's not just about the card. Pull your own card. Colleen says, oh my God, this so resonates with me. Yes, because that's why we're here. It's for me, but it's for you guys. So people come for the card and then they go, right? But the whole point is all of the 7 freedoms, frequency, and not just listening to the externals, right? We be in vibration, then we have to take action. So the Soul Legacy Journal gives you £1,000, dollars, or euros every single day. What would you spend it on? Post it in the group, right? Post your gratitude in the group. Do something. Share. Let the universe know, right? So when we spend our vibrational money voucher, every single day, and if you don't feel like spending it every single day, you can carry it over to the next day, but no more than Sunday. I spend mine on Financial Freedom Sunday. The idea is to be in vibrational harmony with what I call the Cheers to Financial Freedom frequency for living an intentional life. These are called the intentional living codes because you tweak your vibration, you raise your vibration, so it is in alignment with the vision that you set on your vision board. Your vision of freedom, your values of freedom, and your vibration of freedom matches. That is when miracles happen. However, as light workers, spiritual business owners, and service-based business owners, sometimes we're like, I don't want the money. And that is the biggest thing. And if we don't want the money, we're not actually contributing the way that we want to contribute, which impacts our health, our emotions, our environment, our relationships, and our spiritual connection, right? So practice spending the money and having that energy flow so everything else can flow in your life. If something feels off, it's the finances and the contribution. They have a direct correlation, and I talk about it in my book. So when we get that, we can practice. So make this a priority. I really do challenge you every single day, whether you're with me or not, spend your vibrational money voucher on the experiences that you have on your vision board. Do your vision board, have a party doing it, then spend that vibrational money. And I mean, go out there and look at the things that you have, the experiences. I don't want to do it, Iona. I don't need anything. Yeah, really? Because that's a poverty consciousness right there in your face. Do you know what I mean? Like, no, go and tithe 10% to a worthy cause. My worthy cause is Compassionate Friends, because it's a charity for bereaved parents. Because I am one. I dedicate my work to my son. Go tithe some money. Do you get what I mean? Go and decorate somebody else's house. Go and buy a food shop for somebody else. Go and spend the money. Just literally go and spend the money. Be the best version of you that uses money as a tool in this life, because we need it. And when we are, as light workers, as spiritual entrepreneurs, as service-based business owners, saying, I don't need money. What do I need money for? We are blocking that. And that is the legacy that we're leaving for our children. You don't need money. You don't need a school uniform. You don't need to eat today. No, you can't have anything because we don't have the money. Money is the root of all evil. Like, Makes no sense. You are not at the root of all evil. So therefore, what comes, you're using it as a healing tool. And the more money you have in your hands, the better the world will be. Right. So we come from the space that all of our bills are paid, all of our savings are sweet, and our taxes are done. So this is play money. What would you spend it on? Tell it in your journal, right? Tell the universe, I'm good with this. I'm good with this amount of money. Like everybody's like, well, how do I make 1 million? How do you be that person that makes 1 million? Not just how do you make 1 million? Because let's face it, we could figure it out. We're clever enough to figure it out. But if we're repelling the energy of money anyway and saying, we've got money blocks and telling stories about money and all the things, like it costs money. Listen, that costs money for me to even buy my own book, right? That costs money for me to say, hey, are you in the position to support me with the book if it resonates? Do you know what? If you don't have any money, you don't even have money to buy a book. And I've been there, like no money to even buy a book, no money to eat, no money to pay certain bills, no money to pay my mortgage on my own, although it was joint. No money, so many things, like for real. So let's not get it twisted about money. I'm just saying. So let's express gratitude. All the things. Oh, my soul daughter, you inspire me. Of course, I'm proud of you. Oh, yes. So I'm doing this on my phone, and my soul daughter just messaged me and said that because she's like, Mumsy, go, Mumsy, you're a badass. I say to her, badassery, like at role model. I'm a role model, not only for my daughter and for my granddaughter, but for others. And, you know, my daughter's friends, my son's friends, and they look to me and not like out of pressure, just as in, oh, what is she doing? And it's like, you've got your dreams, you've got your goals, you go for it. You go for it. So let's express gratitude the 7 Freedoms Frequency way. And then I'll invite you to the Bank 50K in 50 Days, the masterclass. So we do it vibrationally. And then I want to show you how to create a business model where you actually do your maths and your numbers and express how you want to work and do the framework for it and actually go for it and offer what I call 50 breakthrough sessions that serve initially and see what your conversion rate is out of there. And if you can't find 50 people over 50 days to work with, or even half of that, right, then it's like, okay, step up your game, like get out there even more. Do you know what I mean? There's 50 people. And I say that, I'm like, okay, I'm going to go for it. But, you know, 10 people, 20 people, whatever. But people who want what it is that you have to offer, you're confirming that you've got a profitable soul purpose, right? So come to the masterclass. It happens on the last Monday of the month at 3 p.m. UK time. Again, the link is in the cards and the show notes to the Vision Board Challenge and to the masterclass. All right, let's express gratitude for the 7 Freedoms Frequency way because I want to respect your time. It's late for me here in the UK. So the way that we do it is bring in all of those 7 areas every single day. Keep biting my lip. Every single day. Every single area, there's new experiences, right? So that means like you brush your teeth every single day, expressing and being in the vibration of being happy and appreciating and expressing gratitude. And the more that I speak to you guys is the more that I'm like, I'm not trying to be preachy. This is a reminder, it's for me. And when you guys see me and you're like, that's really inspiring, it's just that following through. And I wasn't someone that followed through. So that's why I'm here. So I do follow through. Does that make sense? I've done this for like 5 years now. On and off, though. On and off. I've been a complete consistent 5 years every single day. I'd say maybe 70% of the time in that 5 years. Maybe a bit higher. I'm kind of just giving myself grace. Do you know what I mean? And just letting you know I'm not perfect. Even if I haven't written, it's always with me, always on my mind, every single Monday, every single Tuesday, Wednesday. It's embedded. So the more you get to know me, the more you'll associate Mondays with Contribution Freedom Monday, Health Freedom Tuesday, Emotional Freedom Wednesday, Environmental Freedom Thursday, Relationship freedom Friday, spiritual freedom Saturday, and financial freedom Sunday. I want that ingrained. Do you know what I mean? So we bring all of that to say that we're grateful, right? Now, it could be something from the past, something from the present, or something from the predicted future. If you are not manifesting what is on your vision board, you just express gratitude for it in advance, before and in order for it to manifest, if that makes sense. So I know that some of you, sometimes you're like, I've got nothing to be really grateful for today. I feel away, feel some type of way. And that's okay. But I know for a fact in all your years, there's something that you could have been grateful for. So bring that in. Do you get what I mean? And I know that there's something in the predicted future that you're like, oh, yes, I would love it, to manifest that. Bring that in, express gratitude for it. So I will say, I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate the contribution freedom. And I call this soul speaking into existence. We watch our words and our feelings and our habits and all the things, right? I'm happy and grateful and appreciate my level of contribution with my book. Yes! Super excited about it. Just super proud of myself. Super proud of myself. It was on my vision board, and to hold it, like literally hold it in my hands, is phenomenal. Happy and grateful for that. Happy and grateful and appreciate health. Just getting out in the fresh air and getting out in nature and just basking in that. Just going for a walk was just really, really nice. Happy and grateful and appreciate a lot of laughter. I've had a lot of laughter and a lot of love around me. And, I appreciate your vibration going up as well, Carolini. What else? I'm happy and grateful and appreciate the environment. Amazon, hello. Like, people can publish with traditional publishing houses, which I've heard some stories, not good. And we can just rock up on there, go into the KDP, pop out a book, dude. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate the relationships I have with you guys. Just phenomenal. And the relationships that are coming to me as I manifest my soulmate, as I manifest my husband. Yeah, my husband's lit. Just so you know, my husband's amazing. Super happy about my relationship with my husband. Happy and grateful and appreciate the spirituality, the connections, the synchronicities, the dance with the universe. You guys, the amount of messages, the amount of and there was the card that was saying about the sacred, the shapes, the geometric shapes and stuff. And one of our soul sisters posted underneath a different post. It was a 1333 post, but that shape. So I saw one. She put it into the thing, but I saw one. And she also put in, listen to this, this is crazy, that she posted it on my wall so I can share it. She looked up what do spiritual YouTubers make or something, and it put almost a million or something like that. What do big YouTubers make? Something like that. She typed it in, she was looking it up, and then we've been connected since 2019, never spoken a word. Then she came across me with my life and then came on and then was like, that's why she was asking me the questions about the YouTube and DMA. And I'm like, what are the chances that? She said it blew her away. So the connections, the signs, the synchronicities, not just for me, for you guys asking. And it's like, yeah, asking it is given. Happy and grateful and appreciate the financial freedom of receiving book royalties. That's like epic, absolutely epic. So thank you. All right. I think we're done. Are we done? The book that I listened to today was The Astonishing Power of Emotions. Have you heard of it? From Abraham Hicks. They've got Asking It Is Given, The Vortex. They've got a good few books. And I didn't even know they had more than the Asking It Is Given book, to be fair. But I listened to The Astonishing Power of Emotions. And basically, the takeaway is like moving up the emotional scale. Excuse me. Some of the emotions that we have are like the things that we carry on from our childhood, which we know, but they're there and they're vibrating at that resonance where we're like, that's why we're acting the way that we're acting, because of the things that we experienced in our younger years, and it's for us to be aware and change them. Was basically, I was listening to it while I was walking, and I just thought, you know what, they say the same thing every single time because I listen to the same book over and over. And I'm like, I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Just being happy, just choosing happy and gratitude and appreciation and love. Like you said, a love revolution, you know, a revolution. That's it. You know, loving you, loving what is just, it's a choice, you know, it's a choice. So I believe that's it. Come to the Bank 50K in 50 days masterclass, the Spiritual Biz YouTubers masterclass. I'm going to share with you how to speak to, serve, and sign up your high-paying one-to-many soul clients. We've got bonus gifts there. We've got my 5-day course that's there, which you get if you purchase my book. You get that 5-day course. It's worth $55. It's worth $500, but like, I'm just saying. What else have we got on there? We've got a monthly call for networking if you want to come and co-create and collaborate and cross-promote. What else have we got? Oh, we've got the free chapter VIP day, how to start, build and grow a successful online spiritual business on YouTube with a #1 best-selling book launch. Somebody said to me, I didn't know that you did that. And I was like, yeah, clearly I'm not sharing about it enough. So if you want to write your own book, you want to align your business with it, all the things, then show up because it's free. It's free training. All right, that is it. Thank you, Kilini, for spending this time with me. Thank you for everyone who's hopped on. Thank you for those who are watching on the replay or listening on the replay. I appreciate you. Here's to showing up, speaking out, and serving deep. Share your gifts, shine your light because you were born to serve. Be blessed in your soul purpose. Big, 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 big love. And I will see you tomorrow for Environmental Freedom Thursday. Yay. Take care.